Lawmakers demanding action from Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, calling the freshman Democrats' latest comments anti-Semitic. GOP lawmakers are now urging the Speaker to take action after Congresswoman Tlaib said this.
There's a kind of a calming feeling I always tell folks when I think of the Holocaust and the tragedy of the Holocaust and the fact that it was my ancestors, Palestinians, who lost their land and some lost their lives. All of it was in the name of trying to create a safe haven for Jews.
Former Utah Congressman Jason Chaffetz will be here shortly to weigh in, but we begin with Peter Doocy, who is live in Washington with more on all this. Hey, Peter.
Good morning, Sandra. Tlaib is the first ever Palestinian-American woman elected to Congress, but her comments about the Holocaust are being interpreted as historically insensitive. Congresswoman Liz Cheney, a Republican, tweeted this, direct quote, "There's a calming feeling I always tell folks when I think of the Holocaust, and her history of what happened after is a fantasy based on lies spread to delegitimize the state of Israel." That tweet got a direct response from the Tlaib office. Quote, "Congresswoman Liz Cheney should be ashamed of herself for using the tragedy of the Holocaust in an apparent attempt to score political points. Her behavior cheapens our public discourse and is an insult to the Jewish community and the millions of Americans who stand opposed to the hatred being spread by Donald Trump's Republican Party." Democratic lawmakers are not defending Tlaib, though, as Republicans argue the things she casually told podcasters about the Holocaust are not safe.
It's dangerous when we do the research and you study the Hamas charter where they actually talk about murdering every Jew and saying that jihad is an obligation. And just last week in a Philadelphia Islamic community center, the Muslim American Society with ties, one of their founders is actually was the head of the Muslim Brotherhood.
Tlaib first came on the radar her first week in Congress, talking about President Trump, saying she wanted to impeach the expletive. Sandra.
A lot there. Peter Doocy, thank you.
There is a lot there. And for more on this, former Utah Congressman Jason Chaffetz with us live today. And, sir, good morning to you. Good morning. Is this on her or is this on Nancy Pelosi from this point forward?
Well, she's got to take account for her own words to say that she takes comfort in the Holocaust. Millions of Jews were slaughtered and they were killed. And that gives her comfort. If you go out to the rest of her quote, she talks about how Palestinians lost their passports. I mean, the equivalent is not even close. It is anti-Semitic. It is anti-Jew. She could go to the floor of the House right now and clarify, but she won't, and she hasn't. So the good people of Michigan, they can send whoever they want to Congress. But once she gets there, Nancy Pelosi and Steny Hoyer, they have a duty and obligation to get to make decisions about who serves on committees, and that's where there's a difference.
Just all of it was in the name of trying to create a safe haven for Jews post the Holocaust, horrific persecution of Jews across the world at that time. I love the fact that it was my ancestors that provided that right in many ways. We'll see how this is balanced when lawmakers come back to Washington, but this is the first in a series, first Palestinian elected to Congress, Jason. I want to get to another topic right now, too, and that deals with